everybody. Welcome back to In a Perfect World, where we focus on entertainment and pop culture. Joining me today, we have John Leslie. He is a musician here from the DMV, and I emphasize that word because he composes and records all his music. When I think about musician, I literally think about this person, and I'm not just saying that either. Like, he's amazing. So, hi, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you back.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. We were just talking about how fast the year has gone by. I think when you came, it was April, and now we are in the final days of December, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Can't complain. Just been working on music, building sounds, and just trying to be better.
As you should. This is definitely the time to be, laying out your goals for next year and what you want to improve on, and just keep it pushing, like you said. Yep. Okay, so today we are here to talk about your newest album, Redemption. Yes, it came out on Halloween. How's it been doing so far?
Well, to be honest with you, when it first dropped, it was doing really well. But then, because of the holidays, everybody's listening to Christmas music. It's been kind of slowing down a little bit, but we're gonna pick it back up.
Exactly. Yep. Would you ever do a Christmas album?
Yes, I would. I definitely would. Like with live instruments, not just me programming. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
I just went to see Leslie Odom Jr. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I do.
Oh my God. It was great. It was all live music, and his mic was on. He sounds just like he sounds on Spotify or Apple Music.
Oh, really?
Yes. He was great. He had those live instruments as well. It's just so crazy, like how, because it's so random. But you know how in Disney shows where they have one sound and then they build until they have a new sound?
Yeah.
That's how I always think about music. And when I think about people like you that like produce music and stuff, that's how I imagine it. Like, you start out with a snare drum and then you add.
Yeah. It's like building a house almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it definitely is. So what inspired the theme behind Redemption? Because redemption, that's a strong word.
It is.
You even included the definition in the very beginning, along with like a really good monologue, beautiful monologue. The act of regaining or gaining possession of something in exchange for payment or cleaning of debt. What that's deep.
It is.
So what's going on?
Well, I mean, to me, like, redemption, the reason why I chose redemption in the beginning is because to me it insinuates like a second chance to do better, at whatever it may be, life or what have you. So that's really where I got the title from.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. I had a chance to listen. I listened to some songs when it first came out, and then I recently went back and listened to the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Definitely did. I'm going to tell you my favorite song. Should I tell you now or toward the end? Well, you tell me your favorite.
I think my favorite song has to be, well, I would say all of them, but
yeah.
The one that I'm really feeling the most has to be Heartstrings.
Heartstrings.
Yeah.
That's earlier in the album.
Yes.
That's earlier, yeah. I like Velvet.
Oh, yeah.
I really
Velvet
like
too,
that
yeah.
one. Yeah, I'm going to link it below so you guys can check it out. But it's all instrumental music. It's beautiful. And each song is a different story.
Yeah.
I feel like, every song has a story, but yours has like beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
So how would you say this album differed from the last album?
Well, the difference is, let me see. The difference, because Masterpiece, when I dropped Masterpiece, I wanted to showcase my musical skills. So it was really all about me. But with Redemption, I'm trying to point it back to God, I guess, in a way. And I'm trying to convey a message to the people through instrumentation. If that makes sense.
Somewhat.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so Redemption, would you say this is more so how can I put it? is this redemption for yourself, or are you spreading the word of redemption like anybody can redeem themselves? Does that make sense?
Anybody can redeem themselves. Absolutely.
Okay, so this isn't just a personal message if I'm getting.
No, it's not.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, got it. So were you always into gospel music, like even from being young? Because when you're young, you're not really like church. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
What would you say?
Yeah, well, I grew up listening to gospel
Okay.
from early on, but then I also grew up listening to like R&B on Saturdays. So on the radio, 96.3. Shout out to them. But yeah, gospel has always been like my roots. So
okay, cool. Let's see. We are just going through these questions. Hold on, we got to slow down.
Yeah.
So what do you hope that people take away from this album? Like they listen to it, or is there a different message with each song?
There's no different message between each song, but I just hope people realize that even though you make a mistake or you may mess up, like there's always a second chance. You know what I mean, to do better. So that's really what I wanted to convey.
Okay. What would you say was the most, let's say, your favorite song to create, and then the song that gave you just a hard time? Like it wasn't clicking. You weren't getting that sound. Does that ever happen? Like you just can't get that sound you hear in your head?
Yeah, it happens all the time. I think the song that was easy for me to create was probably The World Needs Love. And then I guess the hardest song for me to create, well, I wouldn't necessarily say it was hard, but I would have to say maybe Sweet Victory. That was kind of hard because I was trying to do something different outside of the box.
Yeah.
So the story behind it, honestly, is I was going through some things in my personal life, and I found myself making some mistakes, choosing the wrong people, choosing the wrong things, what have you. And I was like, man, something's got to give. And I don't know, the word just came, redemption. Like, boom, you can have a second chance, to start over, to start again. And I think when you read the definition of regaining, like you have the opportunity to regain your purpose in life, if that makes sense. So
okay, so this was more of on a spiritual level is what I'm hearing it.
Spiritual.
Yeah, no, because I definitely have those moments all the time where I'm like, I've personally I've been in a season of really bad distraction. So I definitely know how it gets. You just feeling like this isn't working. I'm not supposed to be doing this. And then for some people, redemption is like, when I hear redemption, I hear of like prove myself. If that makes sense. Like I need to redeem myself. I need to prove to myself that, I'm not this or I'm not that. So redemption for some people might be proving back to myself that I'm not those things. Whereas other people, redemption is like proving myself back to God, if that makes sense.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, I definitely get that. So how would you say this album, it's clearly a very personal album for you.
Yeah.
How would you say this album compares to Masterpiece? So you dropped 2 albums this year.
Yeah.
You on a roll.
Yeah.
And we're going to link everything below so you guys can listen. And I'm going to share with y'all my favorite song because I listen to it. I don't know about y'all. But yeah.
As far as like, I don't want to get too technical, but like as far as like the sonics, it like for Masterpiece, it was more like orchestral, a little neo soul in there.
Yeah.
But like I said, it was like a variety of different sounds with Masterpiece. And then with Redemption, it was more like neo soul and a little bit of country. So
That's new.
mainly neo soul though. That's what I was striving for.
Now, between those two albums, which one gave you more of a hard time? Was it Masterpiece or was it Redemption? Because Masterpiece was kind of like, your introduction. This is who I
Right.
am. This is what I can do. While Redemption is a little more personal, a little more, I'm just feeling it and I'm putting it out. That's what I get from that.
Right. I would have to say, well, between the two of them, they really weren't easy, but I think between the two, the hardest album to do was probably Redemption.
Really? I wasn't expecting
Yeah.
you to say that.
Yeah, it was, honestly. Because I don't know, because like in my phone, you can do like reminders and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
I put, I'm gonna make 2 beats each day, you know. And some days I didn't have any inspiration at all.
Right.
So I was like, oh man, what do I do? So I really had to like kind of like consecrate myself in a way. And because I wanted to do like 14 songs, but I cut some songs out. So it ended up being 13. So but it took me like the entire summer, cuz when I create I don't just create quickly. I kind of take my time with it and
Yeah, as you should.
process it. Yeah.
That's especially with music.
Yeah.
Like we hear about, for example, you sat on this album since what, the summertime,
Yes.
and this album came out on Halloween.
Yeah.
So oftentimes celebrities and public figures and stuff, they wait. I'm not even gonna say celebrities, musicians. They take time before they release that music. Like
Yeah.
I think shoot, I can't remember. I want to say it was SZA, but I'm really not sure. She sat on one of her albums for 2 years.
What?
And as I was telling you before, if I film something and I don't get it out within like the time frame that I had, I'm like, well, I'll just let it go. Like it just goes with the wind. But musicians, y'all are very known for having music just sitting.
Right. Yeah.
But it's a part of the
I
process.
mean, look at Michael Jackson. I think when he dropped Invincible, it took him he dropped Invincible in 2001. It took him 2 years to compose it and all that.
See,
So, yeah.
2 years to compose it. Now, if somebody as big as Michael Jackson is doing that, it's just a musician thing at that point.
Yeah.
I think that's cool because I don't think anybody else does that. You might have a few people in different fields that hold off on like interviews or film stuff like that, but musicians, yeah, y'all definitely do that. So are there any specific influences, musical wise, or even if a friend or a family member might have influenced something on this album, did you have any influences on this album?
Yeah. Definitely. Ty Tribbett, NGA, the Life album. Check that out. And the reason why I say that is because it had like the neo soul vibes, the R&B vibes, which is on Redemption. So definitely him. And I would have to say on the personal side, my mom.
Shout out, Mom.
Yeah. I love you,
Moms.
Mom. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I definitely get that. My mom, she don't know. She plays a part in like every single little
Right.
episode that I do, whether it's just influence, you get what I'm saying? People hear me, people hear my mom, and they're like, "You guys sound so much alike." I'm like, I don't think so, and don't tell her that too much because then she gonna start telling people, and nah. But what do you hope people take away from this album? Obviously every song has a lot of meaning, but what do you hope people listen to this album and walk away saying or thinking or feeling?
Well, I hope. Well,
I know that's a loaded question.
yeah, I know. I hope they get the message of redemption, of course, obviously, but I also hope that they feel good, because music is supposed to make you feel better. It's funny that you bring that up because the Masterpiece album, I got a lot of reviews, and one of the ones that stuck out to me was one person said, when I listen to the album, I always play it at night because it relaxes me and it calms me down. So when I heard that, I was like, wow, like I got to keep going. And I think Redemption kind of also kind of takes you to another place as well. So
yeah, it's little stuff like that, little comments. People don't know. They think they're just sending you, a random message on a Thursday night, but that message just amped me up. Like, I want to go do more. Like, I just had 2 guests come on. They brought me things, and
nice.
I was like, for me, like, you like it here that much that you brought me something? Like, that's so special. And I really like that you mentioned that music is supposed to make you feel good.
Yeah.
Because that's so true. I feel like all art, I was going to say all art is meant to make you feel good, but that's not really true. I feel like art is just meant to make you feel.
It's deep. Yeah.
Yeah. But, is all music meant to make you feel good?
Depending on what you listen to.
Yeah.
I mean, I do instrumentals, no lyrics. So, the fact that I got that comment was like, that really stuck out to me. Yeah, that's deep.
That is deep.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna really go upstairs later and think about that.
Right.
Dang, what was I about to say? Do you think you'll ever experiment? I know you had someone, remind me of his name. Is it Sean that did the...
Oh, yeah, Pastor Sean Brock.
Yes.
Shout out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll play around with, like, your voice in the future and possibly,
Maybe.
Because I feel like you can sing. Can you sing?
Yeah, I
know,
can.
Yeah, you
I
have a
can.
singer's voice. That's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I need to get my confidence back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely something to think about, though.
Yeah.
Because you already... Here's the thing, like, I love when people produce their own music because they know what is supposed to go over top of that,
Right.
They know what kind of message is supposed to be on top of that instrumental. So if there's anybody to film over your instrumentals, it's you.
Yeah, you're not the first person to say that, to be honest. So,
See?
but I kind of like being behind the scenes too, songwriting, producing for other people and kind of coaching them, through the process as well.
Yeah.
But
yeah, everybody has their thing. Right, never say
Yeah.
never. You might, you might shock the world one day, put out an EP with 2 songs, 2 or 3 songs. I'd be like, no. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you are one of my final, no, not one of, you are my final guest.
Wow.
For 2025. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You are my final guest for 2025. What do you have planned for the new year? Like, what is next for John Leslie? I'm going to go back to our first episode.
Yes.
I know you were mentioning doing a, what's it called? A live recording.
Yeah, I was, but
I know plans change. Trust me, I know.
Plans change.
Okay,
yeah.
so what is the plan now?
Well, the plan is I definitely want to produce more projects with different artists in the area. I really want to do that country album with. I don't mean to put them on blast. Diaz.
Yeah.
If you're watching this,
calling you out.
Yeah, I really want to do that because man, that's going to be incredible when it comes out. Another plan that I want to do, I definitely want to do the live aspect too, when the season is right.
Mm-hmm.
And finally, I really want to get into film scoring some more.
Like soundtracks?
Yeah, soundtracks.
Oh yes. Gosh. Yes. I hear that too. I definitely hear that when I listen to the music. It sounds like a soundtrack. Definitely do that. Please do that. I would love that. You'll see the credits composed by, and then usually for films, I noticed that they do it's one person that does all the music for everything. It's never like this person wrote that, this person wrote that.
Right.
That one person does everything.
Fun fact, I actually scored a film that was on Tubi. It was called The Wages of Sin.
Michael.
Yes.
Michael.
Shout out Cleo's. Yeah.
What? Now I got to go back and watch it.
Yeah, it was my first score, so, you know.
That's so awesome.
Had some growing to do, but.
No.
Yeah.
That and that movie's up to like what? More than 1 million views.
Yeah.
So more than 1 million people. You're cool. You're too cool. You're too cool for me. More than 1 million people has heard your music.
Yeah, that's crazy. When you think about it.
Yeah. Do you ever think about it like that? Or are you just like, oh, I did music for a movie?
No, I need to remind myself of that some more. Like,
that's major.
Yeah.
That's major. If my voice was heard by 1 million people, nobody could tell me nothing.
Right. Man.
That's crazy. Let me see. So, what movie or like show could you see yourself doing like what's it called? A sound score? Like a sound score for?
You know what? It's funny because I was watching Tyler Perry Beauty and Black.
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. It was a good show. No spoilers, but that was a good show. Tyler Perry never misses.
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised. I'm not gonna lie.
Are you a Tyler Perry fan? Or not really?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah. But I really love the score in that series, so I would definitely do that. If I were to score for somebody, I would score for Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, he looks out.
And my cousin Cleo's too.
Yes, definitely. Man, that's awesome. Yeah, let me see. What are we at now? We're at 15 minutes.
Oh wow.
Let me see. And then he's gonna mix and match some stuff too. Okay. Was there anything else that you wanted to add about maybe any projects you have coming up, or just this short episode? You know, so if there's anything that you want to put out there, feel free to do so.
I definitely want to get into songwriting. Like I want to actually like get into the gospel arena a little bit, you know, write for choirs.
Do you perform live at like churches right now?
Oh no.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
So you just strictly behind the scenes. I got it.
Yeah, I love being behind the scenes for some reason. It's just something about it. I don't know. Because like when the spotlight is on you, like you tend to make, well, sometimes you tend to make like a lot of mistakes. Not to say that, you know, when you're behind the scenes, you don't make mistakes, but I don't know. My nerves are bad, so it's like.
No, I get it. I get it. I was in theater in high school, and I had really bad nerves, and that's the worst program to be in and have stage fright. I was just setting myself up every other week for chronic stage fright. Like even now, people ask me like, would you ever go into radio? I can
see that.
I'm like, live? Like at least here I can mess up and I can take it out.
Right.
And I'm in the comfort of my own home too, so I'm like, this is very comfortable. But you know, if the opportunity presents itself, I would definitely hop for it.
You should do radio. I can see that for you.
That's the thing too. Like when you pray for something to happen so often, when you just praying, I just want this, I want this, and these opportunities come to you, you can't be like no. You can't be like
say yes.
Yeah. Because otherwise, you're just gonna let the opportunity slip by, not knowing that was God trying to set you up, trying to put you in bigger rooms, but you was too scared. That is crazy.
That's a word too.
Man, this whole episode has just been a word, something to think about, and it's been great. It's been great vibes. I want to thank you again for coming back. Me. This has been so much fun. Anytime you want to come back, just let me know.
Okay.
And this was great. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Again, my name is Carmen Renè. I'm here with John Leslie, and we will see you guys soon.